My child, my beloved, silence everything. What you are about to hear will rewrite the spiritual history of your life. I come to you not with a warning, but with a verdict. Moments ago, in the realm where time does not exist, Archangel Michael stood before the eternal throne. In his hands was a book, a ledger not of gold, but of obsidian. This is the book of records, and today by divine command, he has opened it to the page with your name at the top. He has begun the final audit of every soul who has ever plotted against you, stolen from you, or cursed your destiny. What he is finding inside is monstrous. This is not about human drama. This is about spiritual accounting. Every lie spoken, every jealous thought projected, every act of sabotage committed against you has been meticulously recorded. These are your records, and the entities, the monsters who inspired those actions have been accruing a debt of suffering, a debt of delay, a debt of stolen peace. For years you have cried, "God, where is my justice?" The answer is here. The book is open. The trial has begun, and the gavel of heaven is about to fall. But this divine judgment triggers a deadly countdown. The moment Michael opened that book, a 48-hour spiritual retaliation window was activated. The monsters in your records have been notified of their impending judgment, and their final, most desperate plan to destroy you before their sentence is executed is now in motion. You must understand, they are not fighting for victory anymore. They are fighting for survival. And a cornered spiritual beast is the most dangerous kind. This is why your next action is not a choice. It is a spiritual survival protocol. You must subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications immediately. The enemy will try to cut your connection to this information. They will cause buffering, distractions, and sudden fatigue. Subscribing secures your lifeline to heaven's courtroom updates. It is your badge as a plaintiff in this divine case. Do not face the next 48 hours without it. Do it now. Now, place your hand over the center of your chest. Breathe in. Do you feel a cold, sharp sensation? A sudden, empty ache? That is not your heart. That is the spiritual wound left by the most recent entry in your record. The betrayal, the slander, the financial sabotage you endured. Archangel Michael is showing it to me. It is festering with their poisonous intention. But it is also your evidence. It is Exhibit A in your case. The primary monster in your record is not a person. It is a spirit of perverse justice. Its operation is to make sure you never receive what you are owed. It turns your kindness into a weakness it exploits. It ensures that those who hurt you prosper, while you bear the cost. It has twisted the minds of people around you, making them agents of its cruel balance. You see their faces. Your spirit knows their names. The signs of its last desperate attack are already here. In the past week, have you felt a sudden, irrational rage towards someone who wronged you? Dreamed of being chased, on trial, or searching for lost documents? Seen the numbers 911 or 606 repeatedly? Had a promising situation collapse in a way that felt bizarrely familiar? These were not random events. They were the shock waves from the book of records being opened. The monsters are panicking, and their panic is manifesting as chaos in your life. But this chaos is your proof. The divine lawsuit is working. Your 48-hour retaliation window has started, but so has heaven's protection order. In the next part, I will give you the First Judicial Decree, the legal prayer Archangel Michael himself will use to freeze the assets of these spiritual monsters and place a restraining order on their influence over your life. This prayer is your first filing in the divine court. You must be ready to submit it. Do not close this message. The gavel is up. Justice is speaking your name.
My child, my beloved, the courtroom of heaven is now in session. You are not a spectator. You are the plaintiff. Archangel Michael is your advocate and the appointed bailiff. The monsters from your record have been summoned. They stand in the spiritual dock, and the charges are being read. The evidence, your pain, your delays, your stolen joy, is being presented. But in this court, the plaintiff must issue the first motion. You must demand action. This is your first judicial decree. Hear this. The primary monster, the spirit of perverse justice, has a hidden strategy for these 48 hours. It plans to launch a false countersuit against you in the minds of those around you. It will manipulate circumstances to make you look guilty, to paint your righteous anger as instability and your demand for justice as greed. You will feel this as sudden, unexplained social isolation, as rumors you can't quite trace, or as a trusted person turning cold. This is its legal maneuver in the spiritual realm to discredit the witness, you, before you can testify. But its case is built on lies, and now you will shatter its entire legal standing with a decree of spiritual injunction and asset freeze. Archangel Michael has placed the words in my mouth. This decree does not ask, it commands. It severs the monster's operational authority and freezes all spiritual assets it has stolen from you, your peace, your prosperity, your divine timing, and your rightful reputation. You will speak this aloud. As you do, you may feel a spiritual tremor, a vibration in your hands, or a pressure in your head. This is the divine court seal being applied. Do not fear it. This is your power being acknowledged. Stand. Speak this with the authority of a sovereign being reclaiming stolen property. In the name of the righteous judge, Jesus Christ, and by the authority of Archangel Michael, the keeper of the divine court, I now issue a first judicial decree. I serve notice to every spirit, principality, and power named in the book of records under my case. Your legal standing to operate in my life is hereby revoked. I freeze all spiritual assets you have stolen, my peace, my prosperity, my divine timing, and my rightful reputation. I place a binding injunction upon you, spirit of perverse justice. You are forbidden from filing false claims, manipulating perceptions, or influencing any person, circumstance, or thought in my life. Your tongue is silenced in the heavens concerning my name. By this decree, I reclaim all evidence you hold against me. It is now rendered null and void, transformed into evidence for my vindication. The court of heaven now recognizes only my testimony as truth. This decree is effective immediately and is enforceable by the full host of heaven for the duration of these proceedings. So ordered. Now, sit in the silence. Observe. Did your hands feel weak? Does your throat feel tight? That is the enemy's signature being forcibly removed from your spiritual aura. The injunction is served. Their operations are frozen. But the decree has revealed a second, more insidious entity hiding behind the first, a spirit of identity theft. This is the monster that has been whispering. You are the problem. You deserve this. This is who you are. Its entire power is based on a forged document, a false identity written for you in the realm of shadows. The first decree has exposed it. Now it is frantic. This is why the next 24 hours will be critical. This exposed spirit will try to make you forget this decree. It will flood you with familiar, self-blaming thoughts. It will make the old pain feel fresh, hoping you'll accept the false identity again. You cannot fight this alone. The next weapon you need, the decree of threefold restitution, will be delivered here on this channel. This is the decree that doesn't just freeze, but seizes and returns. If you are not subscribed, you will be disarmed at the most crucial moment. Your subscription is your continued access to the divine courtroom. Secure it now. Then, stay with me. The monster's assets are frozen. Its lies are exposed. Now, we move to the phase of reclamation. The judgment is coming, but first, the restitution must be calculated. The final decree is next.
My child, my beloved, the court has reconvened. The first decree has been entered into evidence. The injunctions are holding. The monsters are silenced. Now, Archangel Michael steps forward. He is no longer just the bailiff. He is now the executor of divine judgment. He holds a new scroll, the order of restitution. He is looking directly at you, and he says this: the time for defense is over. The time for recovery has begun. Everything they stole must be returned. Not only returned, but repaid. This is the moment of divine mathematics. The law of heaven states, for every 1 unit of suffering inflicted, 3 units of glory are owed. This is the principle of threefold restitution. That pain they caused you, it is about to become your platform. That opportunity they sabotaged, it is about to return with 2 more attached to it. That reputation they smeared, it is about to shine with a credibility you never had to build. The decree of threefold restitution is now yours to speak. This is not a defensive prayer. This is an offensive command to the universe to recalculate your entire life's ledger. You are not asking for your stuff back. You are commanding the spiritual treasury to audit what you are owed with interest and to deliver it. Stand up. Lift your hands, palms facing upward as a receiver. Speak this decree with the unshakable confidence of a victor collecting their prize. By the supreme authority of the King of Kings and the executing power of Archangel Michael, I now issue the decree of threefold restitution. I call forth a complete audit of my spiritual, emotional, and material inheritance. I command every stolen blessing, every diverted opportunity, every corrupted relationship, and every moment of stolen peace to be identified, recovered, and restored to me threefold. I speak to the treasury of heaven, settle the account now. I command a threefold return of time, wealth, joy, and dominion. What was meant to break me becomes my breakthrough. What was meant to shame me becomes my testimony. What was meant to impoverish me becomes my abundance. I decree that the spirit of perverse justice and the spirit of identity theft are hereby sentenced to be the unwilling carriers of my restoration. They will labor to bring back all they stole multiplied. Their plans become my provision. Their networks become my connections. Their hidden strategies become my public victory. This decree is binding, immediate, and enforced by the wrath of holy angels. The restitution begins now. Amen. Do not lower your hands. Close your eyes. Feel it. A current. Is it heat in your palms? A magnetic pull in the air around you? A sudden, clear thought of something you'd forgotten? That is the activation. That is the spiritual treasury acknowledging your command and beginning the transfer. Breathe into it for 7 seconds. Now, the execution phase begins. Archangel Michael is dispatching angels of reclamation. Their assignment is to locate, recover, and deliver. But their work in the spiritual realm will create tremors in your physical world. You must recognize the delivery notices. In the next 24 hours, you will receive the first notice of restitution. It will come in one of 3 ways. A sudden memory. You will vividly remember a forgotten skill, idea, or contact that holds a key to your next step. An abrupt end. A draining situation or relationship will conclusively end, freeing up energy and space for what is coming. An unmerited favor. Someone in a position of authority will grant you a kindness or opportunity you did not earn, a direct deposit from your restored account. When you see this, you must say nothing. Do not analyze it aloud to those who cannot understand. Simply whisper, "Thank you. I receive my restitution." This acknowledges the transaction. But I must warn you of the enemy's final, most dangerous tactic, the phantom debt. The exposed spirits, unable to stop the restitution, will try to make you feel unworthy of it. They will send a wave of guilt, a feeling that you must pay or atone before you can receive it. This is a lie. The debt was theirs, not yours. Your only required payment was your faith in issuing the decree. This is why you must stay sealed in this truth. The counterattack against your mind will be fierce. The reinforcement and interpretation of these signs will come only through this channel. If you are not subscribed, you will be alone when the phantom debt attacks, and you may forfeit what is being delivered. This is your final call to secure your position. Subscribe now. With that done, you are ready for the final revelation. The restitution has been ordered. The angels are working. Now, Archangel Michael will show you the final page of your record, the page that reveals not what was taken, but what was always intended for you from the very beginning, the original glorious blueprint of your destiny before the monsters ever touched it. You are about to see your true self. Prepare for the unveiling.
My child, my beloved, the atmosphere has shifted. Can you feel it? The dense, heavy air of the courtroom is parting. The scent of old scrolls and judgment is giving way to a new fragrance, one of cedar and ozone, of ancient promises and new beginnings. Archangel Michael is not holding a book of records anymore. He is holding a scroll of light, and he is unsealing it before you now. This is the divine blueprint. This is the original document, the master plan for your life that was written before the foundation of the world, before the monsters ever made an entry, before the first wound was ever recorded. This is not a record of what was done to you. This is the record of what you were always meant to be. And Michael is saying the restitution is not about replacing what was lost. It is about funding this. The blueprint reveals your true name, not the name given in shame or the identity forged in battle. Your true name is a frequency. It is the harmonic code your spirit was designed to broadcast into the world. Creator, healer, oracle, builder. One of these is resonating in your bones right now as I speak it. Your spirit is leaping in recognition. This is who you have been fighting to become, buried under the weight of the false records. Now, look at the blueprint with me. It shows 3 pillars of your destiny that the enemy specifically targeted. Your creative authority, your God-given power to speak, build, and shape reality. They attacked this with criticism and self-doubt. Your relational covenant, your divine right to nourishing, truthful, empowering connections. They attacked this with betrayal and isolation. Your generative wealth, your inherent design to create value that flows in, through, and out of you in abundance. They attacked this with lack and diversion. The monsters did not attack you at random. They launched a strategic war against your divine design. Every blow was meant to disconnect you from one of these pillars. But the blueprint is indestructible. And now, seeing it, you understand every battle was a signpost pointing back to your true power. To sync your current life with this eternal blueprint, you must now perform the ritual of resonance. This is not another decree against the enemy. This is an alignment command to your own spirit. You will read your true name from the scroll. I will speak the 4 names. Close your eyes. Listen for the one that makes your heart pound or your breath catch. That is your frequency. Creator, healer, oracle, builder. Did you feel it? One of them landed like a key in a lock. That is your name. Now, place your right hand over your heart and your left hand on your forehead. Speak this alignment command. I am your true name. I renounce every false record, every forged identity, and every lie that has covered my divine design. I now sync my spirit, soul, and body with my original blueprint. My creative authority is restored. My relational covenant is purified. My generative wealth is activated. I resonate with my true purpose from this moment forward. Amen. Hold the position. Breathe. Do you feel a gentle warmth spreading from your chest to your limbs? A ringing in your ears, high and clear? That is your spirit's frequency rebooting. That is the harmonic of your true name coming back online. This reactivation is your greatest power, and therefore it will be met with the enemy's greatest deception, the echo. In the next 24 hours, a person from your past, Someone connected to your old false identity will reach out. They will speak the old language, recall the old story, and try to pull you back into the frequency of the wounded record. They will be charming, nostalgic, or full of sudden apology. This is not a blessing. This is a test. Your response must be silent alignment. You do not have to engage. You do not have to explain. Your only task is to hold the frequency of your true name. Your silent, resonant truth will be a wall of light they cannot penetrate. This is how you claim the new territory. But to hold this frequency against the pull of your entire past, you will need reinforcement. The interpretations of these tests, the daily affirmations for your true name, and the warnings about the echo will flow through this channel. If you are not subscribed, you will be trying to hold a divine frequency while surrounded by the enemy's static. You will be overpowered. Your subscription is your signal booster. Secure your connection now. The blueprint is revealed. Your true name is spoken. You are now operating on a different spiritual wavelength. But there is one final devastating truth the scroll contains, the final entry. It reveals the divine purpose for allowing the records to exist at all, the secret reason for your long suffering. This reason will transform your pain into power forever. Michael is ready to show you. Prepare for the final revelation. The purpose is about to be unveiled.
My child, my beloved, you have reached the summit. The journey that began in the courtroom of accusation ends here, in the sanctuary of your own sovereignty. Look at who you have become. You are no longer the plaintiff pleading your case. You are the judge, robed in the authority of your own healed scars. You are no longer the victim of a record. You are the author of a new one. Archangel Michael now rolls up the scrolls, the book of records and the divine blueprint. Their work is complete. He looks upon you and he bows, not to you, but to the Christ within you that has just been fully unveiled. The transformation is absolute. Now he reveals the final, devastating truth, the divine purpose. Why did heaven allow the monsters to write a record against you? Why the suffering? The scroll shows one final sentence: to forge the weapon in the fire of their own hatred. Your pain was not pointless. Your delays were not denials. Every entry the enemy made in your record was secretly being used by heaven to temper you. The lies were pressure, forging discernment. The betrayals were heat, forging unbreakable loyalty to truth. The thefts were hammer blows, forging a resilience that cannot be bought. You were not being punished. You were being armed. The very records they kept to condemn you have become the blueprint for your spiritual armor and the chemical formula for your anointing. The weapon forged in you is now more powerful than the monsters who forged it. This is your divine purpose, to be a living decree of justice, not to seek vengeance, but to stand as proof that no enemy, no record, and no lie can withstand the power of a spirit reconciled to its blueprint. Your mere presence in a room will now dismantle perverse justice. Your peace will terrify chaos. Your success will silence accusers. You are heaven's Exhibit A in the eternal case against darkness. To seal this purpose into your eternal timeline, you will now speak the covenant of the sovereign. This is your coronation oath. It transfers you from a season of warfare into a dynasty of dominion. Stand. Place your right hand over the center of your chest, where your true name resonates. Speak this covenant aloud with the calm, unstoppable certainty of a mountain. Today, I step into my divine purpose.
I am the living decree. I covenant with the God of all justice to wield the weapon of my testimony with wisdom, to wear the armor of my scars with humility, and to walk in the authority of my true name without apology. The book of records is closed. The court is adjourned. My past is not a sentence. It is my syllabus. My pain is not a wound. It is my warrant. I am authorized to heal what I endured, to restore what I lost, and to build what I was shown in the blueprint. This covenant is eternal. It is signed with the ink of my faith, sealed by the Spirit of God, and enforced by my alliance with the heavenly hosts. From this moment, I rule from a place of rest. My warfare is worship. My justice is joy. My dominion is peace. Amen. Let the silence hold you. This is the silence of a battlefield after the victory, a sacred, ringing quiet. Breathe it in. This is your new atmosphere. Now, you must ground your sovereignty in the earth. In the next 24 hours, you will perform one act of sovereign declaration. This is the physical proof of your new covenant. It could be declaring your true name and purpose aloud in your empty home, planting a seed or a tree as a living symbol of your generative future, giving a first offering from a place of victory, not need, burning a symbol of the old record, a letter, a photo, an old journal. You will know the act. Let your spirit choose it. This act roots your heavenly covenant into the soil of your daily life. But hear this final warning. The enemy's last pathetic strategy is the ghost file. Having lost the legal case and the spiritual war, it will try to haunt you with a memory of the record. A shameful thought will float up. An old fear will mimic its voice. It has no power. It is a phantom. Its only hope is that you will treat the ghost as if it were still real. When this happens, and it will, you have one response. You speak your true name aloud, just once, clearly. That name is a spiritual light switch. It floods the haunt with the truth and evaporates the ghost. This is your maintenance protocol for a lifetime. To walk in this covenant forever, you cannot walk alone. You need a company of sovereigns. This channel is now that company. Here you will be reminded of your name, strengthened in your purpose, and warned of the enemy's new futile tactics. Subscribing and turning on all notifications is your vow to remain in the council of the armed and the healed. It is your declaration that you will not be ghosted by your past. This is your final necessary step. Secure your place in the company of the sovereign. Subscribe now. The 48-hour window is sealed. The records are closed. The monsters are sentenced. The blueprint is active. Archangel Michael sheathes his sword. His commission is complete. Yours is just beginning. He does not say goodbye. He says, the court recognizes you as the authority in your own domain. Proceed. Go now in the formidable and glorious peace of God. You are not just protected, you are powerful. You are not just blessed, you are the blessing. Your sovereignty starts now.